Hi, my name's Josh Burnt from Action Corrosion. Today I'm here to introduce our new product, Action Clear, which is a coating for the HVAC and R industry. Action Clear is a hard clear coating to protect the external compressor units. There are other coatings out there which specifically protect components of a compressor unit. For instance, there's coatings to protect the coil, and then you have coatings, oil-based coatings like lanolin to protect the cabinet. The problem with these oil-based coatings is they attract salt and dust and can accelerate corrosion in the long run. Action Clear is a unique product in that it will protect all components of an air conditioning unit. It provides a hard, clear, UV tolerant and waterproofing membrane to the cabinet. It also provides corrosion protection for the PC boards, and to do that it has to be non-conductive. So it's a non-conductive product that will not short out your board, but will actually provide a waterproof coating and stop corrosion. The third job that it does is to protect the coils from corrosion. Now, to enable it to do that, we've had it tested to show that it will not in any way affect heat exchange at the coil. So what you have here is an all-in-one coating for your external compressor units. So for new installations, you can apply this all over the cabinets, on the boards, on the coils, to give better service to your customers. But there's also the opportunity in your service work to remove corrosion with one of our other products, such as Action Gel, then apply Action Clear for ongoing protection. Action Clear comes in aerosol form or in liquid form. In liquid form, it can be put in a spray gun and applied to commercial installations. The beauty of the product is that it can be done at the factory or it can be done on site, because once you apply Action Clear, it's touch dry in 10 minutes, which means that salt and impurities in the atmosphere will not stick to the unit. Action Gel is our commercial rust remover. If you have pre-existing rust on a compressor unit, simply brush Action Gel on, leave for 10 minutes, it'll dissolve the rust and then you hose it off. Once the rust has been removed, you apply the Action Clear as per the product we showed earlier. The beauty of this product is, as well as dealing with rust on steel, it'll also remove rust staining off tiles and down walls which surround a rusted unit. Once again, you just apply it thick, leave for 10 minutes and hose it off, and it won't affect the paint on the walls and will not affect the tiles. In this instructional video, we'll show you how to apply Action Clear to an external compressor unit. We'll put it all over the cabinets, we'll show you how to put it on the boards and also the coils. We'll also show you the effectiveness of Action Gel in removing rust from a pre-existing rusted cabinet. Once that rust is removed, obviously then you coat it with the Action Clear. Here we have an external compressor unit. It's a Mitsubishi inverter. It's just been installed and we're going to show you how to treat it with Action Clear. We're going to coat the cabinet, the coils and the boards. And don't forget that Action Clear can be used successfully in chillers and areas of high humidity where they do have corrosion problems. So it can be used on all appliances throughout the HVAC and R industry. Before we start, of course, we're going to isolate the power so we can have access to the board safely. So we'll isolate the power here. So we're just removing the cover here to get access to the boards. In this particular model, the board is just under the cover, but in other ones you'll find that the board might be accessed through a side panel. So this is your printed circuit board or your PC board. If you do have corrosion on the cabinet, heavy corrosion, it means that this particular part of the unit is at high risk of having corrosion damage and failing. It's a very expensive item to replace, so it's always we always suggest to coat the board. with Action Clear if it's a new installation. Alright, it's 15 minutes later and you can see that the product is dry. So we'll apply the second and final coat. Alright, we've applied 2 coats to the boards, so now they're treated. We're going to screw the lid back on. It's important to not turn the unit on for half an hour to allow the gas from the aerosol to escape out of the unit. Okay, now we're going to do the exterior of the cabinet. It requires 2 coats. After the first coat, it'll be touch dry in 10 minutes. After 15 minutes, you're ready to put the second coat on. So we applied our first coat. It's 15 minutes later and it's dry, it's ready for the second coat. And don't forget, if it's in the factory, you can also coat the inside of the unit. You can pull the panels off and do both sides at the factory. Now we're going to do the aluminium coils. Now the coils are tricky because it's tough to get inside between the fins, so you have to use an aerosol can, you can't use the liquid form. A design feature with these, or a flaw with some of them, is you've got copper pipe that runs to aluminium. So you've got a dissimilar metal issue there that means that the aluminium will break down over time. So they do require some sort of coating. So you apply a second coat to the coil, as you did for the rest of the cabinet. And what's important is just hit it at different angles so you can get in as far between the fins as you can. Now the unit has one of the best waterproofing and corrosion resistant protective coatings available. To remove rust from pre-rusted units, we use our Action Gel. The beauty of Action Gel is it easily removes rust from steel, but also removes rust staining on walls and tiles surrounding a rusted unit. The product does not affect paint or the tiling. 10 minutes after having Action Gel applied, the corrosion on this cabinet was easily removed. It's now ready for treatment with Action Clear. This report by Bureau Veritas shows the results of salt spray testing, where different types of steel have been put into the chamber, some treated, some untreated, to do a comparison. These images show mould steel. The top 2 images are untreated and the bottom 2 images have been treated with Action Clear. Mould steel is what cabinets are made of, so it gives a good indication of how Action Clear stops corrosion. These are aluminium panels taken from the salt spray chamber. The one on the left untreated, the one on the right treated with Action Clear. The reason why we did this is because coils are made of aluminium and it shows exactly how Action Clear protects aluminium. Sigma Aerospace independently tested Action Clear for conductivity and also its heat exchange properties. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our instructional video on Action Clear. We're sure you're going to be happy with the outcome of using the product, and we're sure it's going to help you grow your business.